Hey, welcome to Texas Renegade. This is Jason. If you're new to my channel, like and subscribe. Looking a little rough. Yesterday was not a good day. I slept in the Jeep last night. It got down to 50. It got down to like 15, maybe colder than that. And it wasn't that bad. I got the sleeping bag, my North Face one bag, and then I had the heating pad underneath that. Of course the Jacker is running that. And it really wasn't too bad. I just kept everything over my head. I actually got down to my boxers. Like, that's how hot it got. Like, like there was ice on my fucking windows, but I was so cozy that I could actually strip down. I kept a hoodie on, but I just stripped down. It just got too hot. And I mean, I was expecting it to be a lot worse. I was expecting to have to wear like multiple layers and, a ski mask, which I did wear, but I ended up taking it off because it got too hot. But I just stayed in the bag, and that heating pad really made a huge difference. So if you're facing really cold temperatures, I would recommend getting one if you're gonna live in your car. But of course, have a good sleeping bag, because if you don't, you're just gonna be cold. So I went to bed at around 10. I didn't start getting cold till about maybe 9 in the morning. I checked the Jacker, and it was down to like 30%, so there wasn't enough wattage to power the heating blanket, but I did get through it. I ran 10 miles yesterday, went to the gym, did like 13 minutes jump rope, hit my abs, get to the shower, and it's ice cold. I let it run. I was like, maybe they just have, I don't know much about pipes and shit, but I was like, maybe they just have an old building or something, and free coffee, always the best. Maybe I just gotta let the water run or whatever, but that never happened. I tried to get in, but my body was just too cold from running in 20-degree weather with the wind chill and who knows what, because the wind was coming out of the north. So I think it said it felt like 14 outside. It was rough. But that was it. And then after that, I went to the gym, did my thing, and then my luck, and I had a feeling it was going to happen. It was just cold water, and if I do get any Christmas money today from family or tomorrow, I'm probably going to have to, if there's not hot water at the gym, I'm forced to get a hotel room, because I got to shower. I'm an active person. I run. I'm sweaty. I'm not gonna. I already stink. And last night I had to come to the storage room, and I just hit my body with the wipes, and I still stink. I don't know, man. I don't like. I have a bunch of wipes, for an emergency situation, because I kind of prep, but I've even had to dip into my preps. It is what it is, but starting to peel and shit. But yeah, I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it was, but I got through it. And like I said, I was so warm. I mean, it was obviously cold in the Jeep. Like, it was really cold in the Jeep, but in that sleeping bag with that heating pad underneath me, I was warm. Like I said, I took the sweatpants off and slept. I slept pretty nice, actually. I'm not tired at all. I'm more tired of thinking about getting a hotel room and showering and all that. Like, that's more tiring to me than what I'm having to deal with right now. Like, but I'm energized. Like I said, I did sleep good. Yeah, it's looking all right. Some of that color's coming out, but it fresh tattoos. Had it for about, tomorrow will be a full week having that. See how this one looks. It's okay. I mean, we're gonna have to hit it again. I've already mentioned that times, but there's a lot of fallout around the knuckles and whatnot, but I'm happy with it. Other than that, tomorrow's Christmas. Ready to get this holiday stuff over with, get the income tax, put more money into my Jeep, accomplish some stuff there, put the rest of it back, and then
what do I have to achieve after that? I already done my tattoos. I've already. It's like check, check, check. So I just gotta do my rims, throw the sub in here, and next is just getting that bike. And once I get the bike, I gotta get the trainer so I can do all my training inside my house. You know, I can spend $1,000 on a big badass TV so I can watch myself training and stuff like that. Train against other people around the world, and then it's just all up from there. Once I get those two key things, why not just get an apartment? I mean, I've already achieved what I wanted to achieve. I don't really see any other way. I mean, my whole plan on doing this lifestyle was to, well, I don't know, I might be stuck in this lifestyle because the thing is, you know, I have a gym membership now, which is affordable, but now I got my supplements, groceries, phone bill, insurance, car payment. I don't think I could afford a swinging apartment, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my videos, but I paid someone a visit, and at one of these old apartment buildings I used to rent. Well, while I was renting at these apartments, where I'm at in Texas, they had like the oil field boom just come through, and everything went sky high. Everything, like almost overnight. Well, they started evicting people, including myself. They evicted me. They evicted this woman whose mother had cancer. They evicted her. They evicted this tenant that had been there for like 15 or 20 years just to move in oil field workers and jack the rent up. So anyway, so I go and pay this person a visit, and they're like badass in there. They got like these nice wooden floors. The bathrooms are still ghetto. You know, I mean, the living room area is real nice. I'll give them that, but they're charging $1,000 for that shit, and it's basically just like almost a studio apartment, you know. And some people might say, well, that's good. Well, yeah, it is good. You know, it's good if that's all you want to do, but I mean, if you're wanting to do other things, I mean, unless you're working in a hospital or you got some badass job, you know, which I have a decent job, but you know, I got stuff to do, you know. And I don't know, I'll figure it out. But all I'm saying is, rent, everything's going up, groceries keep going up, and it's just like it's by design, you know. You know, I've put food back, and there's food that I won't touch. But if I could recommend anyone to do anything, if you can, is to put food back, get what you need now. You know, a lot of people say that, but you know, people have been saying that for the past 2 years. Well, a lot of stuff's come to fruition, but a lot of it hasn't. But uh, it, I mean, things just don't make sense. Why are we sending all this money over to another country when we have our own problems to deal with? Like, we got neighborhoods where kids have no chance at all, and they end up becoming criminals and going and being incarcerated for years. Whenever, you know, funding could have been put into that neighborhood or school system to you know, guide these kids right, or you know, give them some type of guidance or whatever. So you got that, which that's probably by design too, because more people in the penal system is, you know, that's big money. You know, there's profit there. Um, Clean up, you know, some of these cities. Some of that money could be used to clean up some of these cities, or even funding that we just screw off here in America. A lot of that money could be put in some of these cities that look like third world countries. Clean up the streets. You know, programs don't really work for people. You know, programs don't solve everything. You know, so you can't just take people off the street and put them in a program and expect something to work. You know, I don't think that's really. It's beneficial to some, but not for all. You know, one shoe doesn't fit all. I don't know. All the things just don't make sense. That's a whole another reason. That's a whole nother reason why I put the solar panel on top of my Jeep. I got the Jackery. I've put food food back. You know, because in case, you know, SHTF happens, I'll be able to get some type of power, some type of heat. And I got a fan now, so I'll have something to cool myself. So as long as if I can keep a paycheck and keep um gas in my car, I'll be good. I'm already suffering. I'm not suffering, but I mean, I'm already going through. I'm living a lifestyle that many wouldn't even dare to do. I mean, people do it, but no, normal person wouldn't live this way. But I am. I might go, stay at a hotel every now and then, but whatever. I'm doing it just right now, just because, whatever. Because I know my money's about to start coming in, and like I said, if I do get any money tomorrow, I'm just, if there's no hot water at the gym, then yeah, I'm gonna have to get a hotel room because I got a shower. I'm already flirting with the idea of just keeping fresh clothes on today and not showering, but I'm about to go to the gym and try it out, and I'm gonna try to. I mean, I've taken ice baths before, but you know, you, it's just cold showers are different. But I don't know, comfort kills. Maybe I'll just tough it out. I mean, it can't kill me, but yeah, I mean, the sun's out. I mean, we have to have some hot water. Um, I don't know. Maybe they just turn the hot water off, or if that's possible. I don't know if they, because like I was working in that cold weather, we had to cut the water off and pour antifreeze down the drain so the pipes don't bust. But I don't know. Maybe they cut off. I don't know. I've never had to do that. I guess you can cut off your hot water. I don't know, but all I know is it was fucking ice cold water coming out of the showers yesterday, and the only time I've ever had to do that. And unfortunately, this is what happened to me. I'll go over my charges. I don't care, but I did go do a little bit of time. I did jail time. I did state jail time. Got in, got out. I wasn't trying to be nobody. I'm not gonna start like a prison YouTube channel because it's just I hated. I didn't have a tough time there. My toughest time was losing my grandparents and then sobering up and realizing that I wasn't keeping a paycheck, that I was wasting time. I was around people that were somewhat smart but dumbasses at the same time, and that's all they knew is how to be in jail or prison. Stupid. But anyway, I mean, they're not bad people. I mean, there's a lot of good people in there too. But anyway, I got out, bettered myself, became a dishwasher. Well, actually, I had some money, and I screwed that off. I just wasn't in the right state. And once that money ran out, the friends weren't there. Um, my family did let me stay there, and I kind of overwelcomed my stay, which is why I just said screw it. They put me in a good position. They helped me off the job and making the best of it. But I gotta make my own way, and they're not seeing my vision. But I mean, it's there. My vision is there. But anyway, I'll go get to that in a minute. So yeah, I became a dishwasher. I fucking had Olive Garden, and that wasn't bad. I mean, it was bullshit. Like I took any hours I could get, and I mean, it was a dishwashing job. You know what I mean? Like, I could go over things to if you're gonna be a dishwasher, how to make it the best deal for you, as far as keeping your hands from getting jacked up, working efficiently, staying energized. Because I was still running. I was getting back into running at that time, and I was still doing that. So yeah, I did that. you know, uh, Always got into it with this guy working there. He would throw dishes at you, I'd throw them back at him. He was just a miserable individual, I guess. Because every new person that come in, he'd want to get in a fight with them. And they'd be like, yo, what's his deal? And I'd be like, hey, he's just like that. You got to back him off. And because he didn't screw with me after I backed him off. And it's like, you just got to back him off. Well, he got into it with this other guy that's done time. And when someone's done time before, you can't just talk to them like they're some kind of punk or something like that when they get out, because they're gonna want to fight you. As you should. You shouldn't take no shit off nobody. So he got all up in his face, and eventually that dude he was like, yo, I'm gonna like kill this guy. So he quit. And another guy came in, and sure enough, they got into it. It was an Army and ex-Marine guy. Of course, old schools, they get into it. So that was that. And then it was me and, well, backtrack. It was around Christmas, and I was working with that other guy that just got out of prison, and we did Christmas We did Christmas Eve. We did Christmas. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, no, we did Christmas Eve, and we stayed till like 1 in the morning. And then I think New Year's, all the holidays we worked. And then Mother's Day came around, and it was just I just had enough of it, and I quit that day. It wasn't worth it. Um, Went and got a job at a grocery store here in town. They lowballed me, started me at like $8 an hour. I felt like it was kind of a racist company too. Um, but anyway, so yeah, they lowballed me big time. I took the job, whatever. And excuse me. So I did that. I started out working everybody. It's easy to do. It's easy to outwork anybody at this company, you know. But anyway, so yeah, and then this bakery lady, thankfully, she gave me a shot at the bakery. She saw my work ethic, let me work for her. And I'm starting to hear like certain people are getting paid certain amounts of money for doing next to nothing. I'm like, well, if you want me doing all this extra work and this and that, I mean, I'm gonna need, a couple more dollars than $8 an hour, or $9 an hour. Because I was like, I was washing dishes. I was getting paid at 11.50 or something, which at the time was okay. But I mean, as things keep going up, you know, like I'm making nearly, like at my other job that I work at, I make $14.50 an hour, guaranteed 40 hour. Or I get paid. I work probably 50 hours a week there. So that, Thursday, Friday, I'm making 20 an hour. Thursday, Friday, I'm making 20 an hour, and then at my other job, I make 20 an hour. So anyway, yeah. So she gives me this raise, work my way to like 12 something. But it is what it just. I don't know. It just wasn't enough to get by. I mean, maybe if I had a car that was paid for, and I just wanted to smoke weed and living in an apartment, like, yeah, that probably would have cut it. But I have higher goals than that. But yeah, that's a little bit. I didn't really want to get into that part of my life, but it is what it is. It was like I said, I lost my grandma when I was working in there, and didn't get to go to her funeral. And I just remember, like, this is real shit, man. You're fucking up big time, man. Like, I remember looking out the window just at night, just like, yo, like, I just lost my grandma. Like, seriously? Like, I was saying, I only had a couple more months to do, and I was thinking, like, I could have been with her and gone to her funeral or helped her out or do something, or I don't know, get it, let her see that I was doing better at least, which, it is what it is. And then my grandpa, he didn't even get to see me do as good as I'm doing now, and but at least I got to go to his funeral, and that day I remember exactly, like, a lot of my tattoos have been easy, but a lot of the tattoos that I've had have been pretty hard because, like, my back, I think one time I had to get my back, it was just tough, and then another time in the center part, that's when I had to walk in that cold sleet to get to the tattoo shop, and yeah, and then walked all the way back. And that day my grandpa died, I got this other one on my arm. It was already scheduled, I've already dealt with enough loss and pain that, I went to his funeral. That was enough. What else is there for me to do? And yeah, I'm gonna go get my tattoo. And then some people could say, well, with all these tattoos, you could have been driving it. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily when you're making $300 a week and you gotta buy groceries and shit like that. But the money I had when I got out, yes. But like I said, I screwed up too. I mean, people make mistakes. People, they do certain things. They're not in the right space, and they don't make the best decisions, which I didn't. But I am now, and refuse to go back to that life because I'm just going in circles. But anyway, I jumped around enough. Like I said, last night it got super cold, but I was okay. Sleeping bag, electric heater, or electric blanket. I didn't even put the heater on. Electric blanket, sleeping bag. That's all it took, and I got through under 20-degree weather. But anyway, y'all stay warm. Have a good Christmas. Like and subscribe.